Hey everybody, 4 and 6 Psych here. Just a quick intro before the actual intro. Last time I was recording for session or episode number 3, and apparently there was a patch coming down, an upgrade coming down for the Steam client, and I don't know what happened, but it really screwed up my computer. So the quality of this particular episode, the first 12 or 13 minutes, 14 minutes of it, it's not horrible, but there's a little bit of hesitation to it, and I think that was because something was coming down at the time. And then after that, there's a point where I was going upstairs. For whatever reason, the video just completely stopped, and I'll go back in later in the episode and explain. I'll just pick up where I left off there, and you won't be able to see the progress that I made, but I'll explain in there what I did during the missing time. So just wanted to let you know that, and without further ado, I think we will start this episode. Hey everybody, 4 and 6 Psych back again. So we're starting the next episode. At the tail end of the last episode, I had some people show up and it got kind of loud. So I turned off the recording and I finished a couple of things real quick before exiting the game. As you can see here, I chopped these stairs off and put in a couple of blocks. There was a zombie here, a crawler, that really took a liking to me, so I took care of him. Now it looks like we got another one wandering around out there. I also, there is some stairs inside. I don't know if I had broken into the house yet or not, but there's some stairs inside, and I also chopped those out. So as soon as I get this other zombie here taken care of, I will take you around the house as soon as I know it's safe, and we will take a look at what I did, and I'll show you this. I think that they refer to it as the Ranger's Cabin. Makes a pretty good house for the first night, if you can happen to find one. There's a few better ones out there, but not many, that's for certain. There's one that a lot of people refer to as the Mountain House, and that one has a forge in it already. And if you can find that one, man, you are set. Oh. I'm gonna ignore her for a while. First, let's hang on one second. Sorry about that. Forgot to shut the phone off. So, let's take a look and see what we've got in here. Oh yeah, I dropped the meat off in there. I've forgotten about that. There's a couple of things that they wanted us to do. Let's get these out of the way real quick. We'll create a bedroll, and we're gonna put that bedroll up on the roof. Here we go. Up here, there was a bird's nest, which I emptied out. Had I don't know how many feathers in it, but there were a few. And one thing I like to do with this particular house is I like to put in a couple of frames up here just to make sure that I don't go falling through that roof. And I know I just walked across it, but you can never tell when something like that is going to give way. Wood frame, we want to do, say, another 10. think while I was off camera, I made some frames to help close up the downstairs, and I finished that quest. You saw how I created the frames just then, so you know that that's no big deal. And by pointing at one of these frames and holding your right mouse button, that upgrades that frame. And that's how I finished out that last quest. So let's place that. And where is my stairway? Where did I cut that? Oh, there it is, right there. Now, I think I mentioned something about this too. I was picking up those chairs downstairs, and the reason that I did that was because I like to take those chairs and use them in the fire. They burn for a while, and I don't have to cut down extra wood. So the last thing it's going to make us do is create a campfire. And frankly, for depending on how long we're going to be here, probably putting the campfire up there is just as good as any place else. Alright. And you can see, putting those chairs in there, we get 10 minutes of burn time out of that few chairs, which is pretty darn good. Alright, let's get another stone axe made. So, you saw how I did that last quest. I created the bedroll, put that on my belt, placed it on the ground, and then right-click to put it down. And then, as far as the campfire, it's basically the same thing. You craft that, put it on your belt, find a spot to put it, right-click, and down it goes. I'm going to chop out these couple of blocks just to make it easier to get it up and down from the roof, and make it a little easier to see where I'm going up and down from. Then we'll get some food on us real quick, because we're at 1% and we don't want to take any damage because of that. Here we go. You know, I'll tell you what, these sandwiches, I don't know if I mentioned it last time or not. You watch that, I'm at 1% food. And a lot of guys won't eat these, but I just went up 22%, which is not bad. Now, the problem with these sandwiches is right there. I feel sick to my stomach, I just got food poisoning. And you can see, my stamina is dropping like a rock. But you know what? I'm locked up in a base. Excuse me, I'm not going anywhere. And I really don't need to worry about my stamina. So, frankly, I'm going to eat those and get that out of the way. I can't remember if I did this while I was on camera or not as well. But I made some yucca juice. There you go. My stamina cap decreased to 99. But if I eat one of these foods, or two of these foods, I think we're going to find at some point very shortly, my stamina is, or my wellness cap is going to go back up to 100. So it's a trade-off, you know. It's the beginning of the game. I didn't have a lot of food, but I do have those, and that was readily available to me. So frankly, I'm just gonna eat those because that's what I had. So let's take a minute and loot some cabinets here and see what we find. A wrench, that's awesome. Inventory was full there and I didn't realize it. Alright. I think that's everything up here that I'm aware of. Let's go take a look downstairs and I'll show you what we got down here. When you step on trash in 7 days, it makes noise. So, I like to get rid of the trash just because I don't want that noise allowing the zombies to realize that I'm in here. Alright, so because I'm familiar with the building, I know what's in here. And I know that inside of here there's some stuff. Actually, I'm being a dipstick and I probably could have, yep, I could have walked right through here. See how I am? And also, we're going to put that right there. We don't need that. Alright, that's enough to empty up our inventory. I don't know what that sounded like to you guys out there, but it sounds like there's some kind of funkiness happening with the sounds in my game. Empty. This door I took out. Doors aggravate zombies, and when they get that aggro going, not aggro. Aggro is about right though. Once they get that aggro going, if they sense a door, they just want to take it. And I know this is interesting to you guys. This door is locked, and frankly, we'd beat on that door for quite a while. And when we got inside of there, what we would find is a gun safe. And as interesting as that sounds, with our current equipment, we would be beating on that thing forever. It'd take us 15 or 20 minutes, probably, to bust into that safe with what we've got now. Oop. Come on. I guess I should make one more ladder. Hey everybody, welcome back. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this episode, um, I lost some footage. It was kind of a strange thing. I think it was because there was a patch coming down for the Steam client, but I think the portion that we lost, there was a big tree out here, and it was getting really close to nighttime, and I wanted to have some extra wood for doing some spam crafting. So I went out there and I chopped down that tree, and then I made a quick beeline over to the desert biome that's right over there, and picked up some yucca and some aloe vera and some yucca fruit. And then I came back, and as I was coming back, whatever was that was happening, the patch, it finished up and whatever, and the game froze for about 5 minutes, and then it finally dumped and kicked me out. So after that, we got a few minutes here. After that, it took a few minutes before I was able to get back in, but when I finally did, oh, I already had it there. I had a little bit of time, so I ran around real quick. You see, I put some torches up just so that I can see out here a little bit. And now that it is getting to be nighttime, I'm going to get back inside. I turned my volume down on the game too, although it still seems a little bit loud, so I might, I don't know, that was just the music. I'm not sure what to think of that. So I also put in a door, chopped out the old one, put in a door, and I think that we lost the whole spam crafting thing. But you can see the setup that I've got here for spam crafting. So I put 2 frames up, I make a couple of storage chests, and then as you're crafting, you can queue up 72 items if you have enough to make it, and as you're crafting those items and they're filling your inventory, you can stick them right in these chests. So, for instance, we wanted to do 150 stone axes. We could just get those set up. As long as we've got a decent amount of material, then you just run those out at night when you're not feeling safe to be outside. Now, for us, other than the fact that it's hard to see, and you'll see my my skill in toolsmithing has gone up, and that's an added benefit. You get experience as you're making the stone axes and stuff. You're going to get experience from those. So anyway, for us it's not such a big deal being out at night because our zombies are set to never run, so they're going to move just as slow as they do during the daytime. But I guess the thing is, you can't see them as far. You really can't see as much, so you don't know what you're stumbling into. So at nighttime, I like to come in, work on spam crafting, trying to make stuff to get my levels up, and to get better quality items as well. So we're going to do 4 more of those, because we can fit those into the box. I think that was pretty close to it. Oh, also the time. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but as I was walking back and the game froze, it kept all of my experience and all of my level gain for doing the spam crafting and stuff. But as I was walking back, it actually reset the time, and it dumped me back to like 1830 hours. something like that, 1830, maybe 1900 hours. So I got a couple of extra hours out of the day, which, you know, I'm not going to worry about. We were able to finish the last couple of quests. I brought all the chairs up here, put them in the fire to burn. You can see 12 chairs gives us 16 minutes worth of burn time. So the chairs are pretty useful. That's what I like to use those for. And I came up here and put together a secure storage chest in case we die. We got someplace to come back to. And when we do that, of course, we'll have the stuff up here. I probably will make some rudimentary equipment too, like a bow and some arrows and whatnot, and leave those up here so that we've got something to use to get back to our backpack if we die. So one of the things that happened last time was I ate a sandwich, or a couple of sandwiches, and one of them gave me food poisoning and my health went down. And one of the things that you can do for that is you find vitamins. And I think it's every 2 or 3. If you're using those vitamins, they will replenish that stamina or health that you lost and get that back up. Somebody was asking me why I didn't finish this one. I don't think that I'll pick that up, and if I do on accident, it's just one. And by having that like that, it lets a little bit more light into the building. Alright, and you know what? There we go. Now my door's on the same side. I will get less confused that way. So we got empty cabinets. We searched through everything that was up here except for that door downstairs with the metal reinforcing on it that leads into essentially what is just a large closet, and that closet has a gun safe in it. That gun safe, we could make a bunch of, well, we have a bunch of axes. We could just set up here and beat on that gun safe. But, you know, at this point, it doesn't make, crap, I can't do that. I wanted to take a second and try and make some additional candles, but I don't have a pot yet. So I guess rather than just sit here all night, I think I'll do a little bit of spam crafting. Yeah, I don't have a lot of materials, but I think what I'll do is I'll make some more axes to try and get my level up in that, and then I will also make some clubs. And once I've got that done and it's morning, I will start the video back up and we'll go see what we can find. Until then, I will see you in the morning. Hey everybody, we're back, and so over the course of the evening, I did some deconstruction. I took out the cupboards that were here. I wanted the wood. I took out the, and you can see it's 4 a.m. Dawn is breaking. I took out the railings and posts that were there and used that wood to make a couple more chests, which I put up so that I could fill them with clubs and axes. And then out here, I chopped these out and I put just a couple of frames out there so that when I'm up on the roof, in case I'm ungraceful, I don't overshoot that railing and drop off the side there. And then I can't remember when we found a wrench a while ago, and I just wanted to show you guys this. If you use the wrench, you can take apart the sink. That's really loud. You can take apart the sink, I believe the stove, and the refrigerator. You'll see in the bottom right hand corner there, just like that, when we take apart stuff like sinks, air conditioning units, what else, the stove, the refrigerator, naturally I ran out of wrench. You see the quality on my wrench has dropped to nothing there, and it needs to be repaired. Durability 0 of 158. So, but that's okay. My main goal for that was to get some pipes. Oh, another thing I did is I started to take out some of this awning as well, because it's not tied into the structural integrity of the building, and with that overhang there, without it, I can drop straight down onto that walk, and I got a little bit of wood for doing that. Also, you'll notice the meat's gone. I cooked the meat up last night and ate that, and I made a couple of yucca juice. Oh, and you'll notice that my my health and stamina are back up between the vitamins and eating the meat. That put that back up to 100 and actually bumped it up by 1. So back in the game in that respect. So I guess we should try and figure out what it is we're gonna do. Oh, that's what I went up there for. Let's see if there's anything we need to take with us. The arrows were good. No candles, no torches, and no frames. I guess we'll make 6 frames. So I've got a couple of stone axes here. I'm ready to go in that respect. I got a bone shiv for skinning. Don't need the torch. I got the frames all set up for blocking doors and whatnot. Arrows. I got a decent club. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I forgot about that. So let's do this real quick. Oh, I've only got one. Never mind. Alright, let's get down. And let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into. Howdy folks, 4 and 6 Psych back again. I think what we're going to do is take off from here in the morning and go out and see what we can do to get in trouble. We're right up against the 30-minute mark, so I think we'll just cut this video here and pick it up with some adventuring first thing tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining the channel. If you like what you're seeing, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want. And I guess that's it. Talk to you later. We'll see you next time.